Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Barlot from Dragon Ball Fusion. I'm going to get started in the center of my page with the upper eyelid. So let's start on the left side. We're going to curve in and then down towards the inside. Now let's leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside of the eye, curve up, and then out. From the ends of the eyelid, I'm going to step in and just curve down and in for the side of the eye. So starting on the left, we're going to step in, come down, and we'll just pull that in. Do the same thing on the right. Stepping in, curve down, and then pull that in. Now on the inside, we're just going to draw a short angled line going down and out. Now let's connect the outside to the inside with a curve. Going up slightly, and then back down. Now we're going to draw two small half circles on the inside, just tucked underneath the eyelid. So let's start on the left side. Right up here, we're going to curve down, leave a little space along the bottom, and we'll pull that back up. We'll do the same thing on the right. Curve down, and pull that back up. We're going to fill those eyes in black. On the top corners of the eye, I just want to draw a short curve going up and in. Starting on the left, we'll curve up and in. Same thing on the right. Now we're going to connect those 2 points again with another curve going down the middle. Coming down, back up, and then in the center, we're going to draw a short line coming up. Now let's move to the outside of the eye, then draw a short angled line going up and in. This is for the edge of the eyebrow. Now from here we're going to curve down towards the frown line. So we're going to taper this line, coming down and then in. All right, we'll start from the inside, curve up and then out. Now I'm going to go in and fill the eyebrows in black. In the center of the face, in between the eyes, we're going to step down, draw a short line coming down. Now from the bottom, we're going to angle up and out towards the left. Then we'll go back to the center, up and out towards the right. Now I'm going to connect the center line to the outside on the right with a straight line. Let's add a little shading underneath the eyes. So just underneath the left eye, just on the corner, we're going to step down, curve across, and then in. We'll go about halfway, step down, and then draw that same curve going across. Now on the right side, from this inside corner, we're going to step down, curve over, and step back, go down, and then curve over. Directly below the nose, we're going to draw a curve from left to right, to the top edge of the mouth. Now we're going to draw two short lines angling in along the side of the mouth. Starting on the left, and then on the right. Close off the bottom with a curve. Now along the top, we're going to step down, draw another curve for the top row of teeth, and then along the bottom we're going to step up and draw a short curve going across. Now I'm going to add the tongue in the center here. So in between the teeth, I'm going to step down, draw a point. From that point I'm going to curve up and out, and then down on the left, and then the same thing on the right. Directly below the mouth here, I'm just going to draw a short little curve for the lower lip. Now let's move back out and draw on the side of the head. From the bottom corner of the left eyebrow, I'm going to step out and draw a point. From here, I'm just going to angle down and in to about the same height as the mouth. Starting up here, we're going to draw a straight angled line coming into right about there. We're going to do the same thing on the right. From the corner of the eyebrow, we're going to step out, draw an angled line coming down and in to right about there. Now from here, I'm going to draw an angled line coming down towards the chin. Now we want to round out the chin. From the left jaw, we're going to come down at an angle. Now right about here, we're going to round out the chin. Round it out, and now aiming up towards the right jaw with a straight angled line. Now I'm going to add a scar on the right side here. So we start right up here with an angled line coming down. We're going to go up and in. Now I'm going to taper that back down. Now I'm going to continue this line coming down. Now I'm going to go back up, tapering it up. We're going to draw a little V, little notch here. And then we'll connect that point to the outside with a straight line. Now let's go back to the top and draw in the hair bangs. So on the left side here, I just want to go up over this eyebrow and then in. So right about there. On this side, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go a little bit higher. We go around the eyebrow and then up. On this side, I'm going to curve down towards the eyebrow, going out and then down. And then on this side, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, curving down, then over towards the eyebrow. Now from this point, I want to curve over towards the right, just directly above the right pupil. So we're going to go up to right about there. I'm going to take this point and curve out and then down on top of the right pupil. Right about there. In between the hair bangs, I'm going to draw the lower edge of the headband. Starting from the top corner of the left eyebrow, I'm going to curve down. I'm going to continue this in the middle and then back up on the right side. Then I'm just going to add a few wrinkles in the headband. Starting on the left, I'm just going to draw a short curve going across. We'll do one on the right side. And then in the middle, just go across. I want to draw a curve coming down from the headband just to accentuate the brow. So up here, I'm just going to curve down and in. And then on the right, we'll go in the opposite direction. From these 2 points, I want to curve over the top of the ear. So let's start on the left side, curving up and then out. Doing the same thing on the right. Then we're going to curve down and then pull this in towards the side of the head. So we start by going out slightly and then pull that in. Now let's add some detail to the inside of the ear. So along the side, I just want to start with a curve going up, leaving a little space on the side. And then I'm going to curve this back in towards the head. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting just down here, we're going to curve, just following that same curve above, and then just hook it down on the outside. Now I'm going to draw a little, almost like a C shape on the left, and then the same thing in the opposite direction on the right. So now that I've drawn in the face, I'm going to work my way around the hair. So from the jaw, I'm going to step in and curve down the inside edge of the hair. So on the left, we're going to curve down and then in. We're going to line up the right side, curve down and then in. Now from these 2 points, we're going to curve up just underneath the ears. Starting on the left, we'll curve up, aiming towards the outside edge of the ear, leaving a little space on the end. Let's go back to the left side and draw one curved hair going up. So from this point, I'm going to hook it down and over towards the left. Now I'm going to do a hard break going up. Going up. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to come down with a curve towards the right, and then we're going to do a hard turn going up. Right about there. Now we're going to curve this back down and in towards the ear, but then again, we're going to leave a little space on the inside. And then from here, we're going to curve in the opposite direction. So we're going to go over the point just below it, and do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to curve this back up, so we're going to taper up just above the corners of the ear. Right about there. Now we're going to work in the larger spikes. So from this point, I'm going to curve up and out. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to pull this back in, so we're going to taper it out and in. Down and then in. Same thing on the right. Now going back to the left side, there's 3 large spikes on the side here. So let's start from this point. I'm going to step in and down. I want to create an overlap. Going up and out towards the left. Now I'm going to pull this back in. So again, taper it down and then over. I want to overlap this point with another spike. So we're going to step down, curve over that line, and then up. Now we're going to taper this back again, curving down. I'm going to tuck the center spike in behind this line here. So we're going to start right here about halfway along this curve, curve over towards the left, going up and out. Now from here, I want to curve down, and we're going to taper this, aiming towards this point, but we're going to leave a little space. So curving over, I'm going to bring this down to right about here, to the top of the head. From here, I just want to round out the top of the head. So I'm going to curve out and then down, aiming towards the ear. Now, I just want to tuck one more spike in behind this curve. So about halfway along this curve, I'm going to curve up and out. And now I'm going to tuck this in behind here. Curving in behind this spike. Now there's this one hair strand that sticks up from this point right here. So I'm gonna start right here, go up, and then over towards the left. Okay, so now that I've drawn in the head, let's work our way down the body. I'm gonna start with the sides of the body first. So on the left side of the chin, we're gonna curve down and then out towards the left. I'm gonna do the same thing on the right, curving down and out towards the right to the same height. Now I'm gonna connect these 2 points with a curve, coming down and then back up. I'm gonna step up and draw that same curve for the top edge of the sash. Now I wanna add a few wrinkles in the sash. So 2 curves, starting from the bottom, go across, I'm gonna step up and draw a slightly longer one. Now on this side, we're gonna go in the opposite direction. Starting from the top, we'll draw a short curve, step down, we'll draw a slightly longer one along the bottom. Now directly below the chin, we're gonna step down and draw in a point. We're gonna draw the top edge of the chest plate. From the center, we're gonna angle up and out towards the left, go up and out towards the right. Now we're gonna pull these down with a straight line to the side of the body. From these top corners, I'm gonna draw a straight line going up underneath the head. Now let's add a few lines on the straps here. So right here, I'm gonna angle up, step up and draw one more. Do the same thing on the right. From this center point, I'm gonna step down, draw another point. Now we're gonna go in the opposite direction. From here, we're gonna go down and out. From the center, we'll go down and out towards the right. Now we're gonna pull these up towards the side of the body. Now I'm just gonna trim out the inside, but we're gonna leave a space in the center here. So from the center, I'm gonna move over towards the left, and draw a short line coming down. Same thing on the right. Now from this top point, I'm just gonna follow these 2 lines on the inside. Going up, and then down. Do the same thing on the right, going up, and down. Now we're gonna do the bottom edge. From the bottom one on the left, we'll go down, and then back up. Now let's add the stomach piece. From the center, just above the sash, I'm gonna curve up and underneath the chest plate. Go up on the right side. Now I'm just gonna trim this out on the inside. Stepping in, we'll curve down towards the center, and back up on the right side. Now right in here, I'm gonna add a few lines going straight across. Starting from the top, probably fit in 3 lines. Now from the bottom corners of the chest, I'm gonna angle down and out underneath the sash. Now I'm gonna angle a couple lines on the inside. So stepping down, just follow that same angle, going down. So 2 lines on either side. Now let's add the flaps on the side of the legs. From the corners of the hip, starting on the left, I'm gonna curve out and then down. And do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. Now I'm gonna pull this up in the opposite direction underneath the sash. Going up and then in. I want to leave a space in the center here. So we start underneath the sash, curve down, and then out. On the inside edge, I want to add a trim. So we're going to step up, just follow that curve all the way up, and then down on the right side. Let's add a few lines along here. So from this point, we're going to step down and just curve from the outside to that trim. Step down. We're just going to repeat this all the way down towards the bottom. Now on the right side, we're gonna go in the opposite direction, curving up. In the center of the body, just underneath the sash, I'm gonna draw a straight line coming down towards the lower torso. Now from here, I'm just gonna curve down and out towards the left. Go back to the center, curve down and out towards the right. Now I'm gonna draw on the bottom edge of the pant. So from here, I'm gonna step in and just draw almost like a half circle going in behind the flap. So I'm gonna curve down, pull that back up. Do the same thing on the right, curving down, and then back up. Let's add some pleats. So on the left side, we're gonna draw a straight line coming down. Same thing on the right. Let's add a few more wrinkles. From this point in lower torso, we're gonna curve up and then out on both sides. Now let's tuck the boots in underneath the pant. On the inner part of the left leg, I'm gonna curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down to the bottom of the feet. Now we're gonna round out the bottom of the foot, curving down and then back up towards the toe on both sides. Now from the toe, I'm gonna curve up the top of the foot down towards the heel. So we're gonna go up and pull it down. The same thing on the right. Going up and then down. Now we're going to draw on the outer part of the leg. So on the outside curve of the upper leg, we're just going to curve down towards the top of the foot. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. I want to add a toe cap to the shoe. So right up here, I'm going to curve down and in towards the bottom of the foot. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to add a few little lines. Stepping in, we'll curve down, and then one more time. Do the same thing on the right. We're going to add one strap along the lower leg. So starting on the outside, I'm going to curve down and in. We're going to step down and just draw another trim underneath it. We'll do the same thing on the right. Alright, so now that we've drawn the body, let's go back up and draw in the arms. So starting about halfway down the body, I'm going to curve out and then down towards the wrist. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside edge of the arm, curving down and out. Now back on the left side, I'm going to round out the thumb with a small half circle. At the end of the half circle, I'm going to draw a little bracket. Now we're going to draw on the fingers underneath the thumb. So at the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around the bracket and pull it up. We step down, draw another curve going out, and then up. And then the third finger is going to go around and in behind the hair, in behind the head. So we're going to go out. I'm just going to curve this back up, in behind the hair. That's going to continue in behind the head. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, we'll draw a little half circle, and then we're going to draw a bracket at the end. At the bottom of the thumb, we go around the bracket and go up. We step down, draw another curve coming down, and then up. And then the third finger again is going to go around the hair, in behind the head. We'll go around, continue this all the way up, in behind the hair, and it's going to go in between the hair and the head. Now let's give it some wristbands. From the inside corner of the wrist, we're going to curve down, and then we'll pull that up. Now we're going to step up and draw that same curve. Starting from the outside, curve down, and then in. Do the same thing on the right. Start from the wrist, curve down, then up. We're going to step up, and then draw that same curve. We're going to add a few wrinkles to the wristband. So right in here at the top, we're going to draw one curve. Do the same thing on the right. Now right where the arm meets the body, I want to draw a curve going up for the edge of the sleeve. So starting here, we're going to curve up and then out. Do the same thing on the right side. Then I want to add one upper armband on the right arm here. Starting right here where the arm meets the body, we're going to curve down, back up, we're going to step down and draw that again. One final thing I'm going to do is add a tail over on the left side here. So we're going to start just underneath the side flap. We're going to curve around the hand, go up, and then we'll go out. I'm going to round out the tip of the tail, so rounding this out. Now I want to follow this curve all the way back in behind this flap. Just follow that same curve in behind. Let's add a little bit of texture. Starting at the top, I'm going to draw 3 short lines going across. We're going to step down, we'll draw 2, step down again. And we're just going to follow this all the way back in behind the body. 2 short lines, maybe one on the inside, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Barlot from Dragon Ball Fusion. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.